The Spokane teenager's actions caused the death of 2 high school students, but he'll only spend 60 days behind bars. Well, tonight that U High student started serving out that punishment. Preston Maher was behind the wheel of an out-of-control car when it hit a tree, claiming the lives of sophomores Josie Fryer and Mackenzie Mott. KXLY4's Jeff Humphrey working for you with a look at that plea agreement and short sentence. Jeff?
Nadine, Maher will serve a pair of consecutive 30-day sentences for the 2 victims in this case. The judge handed down a punishment that was well below the standard range, despite pleas from the victims' parents not to minimize their daughter's death with a minimum sentence.
What you did was beyond stupidity, and your actions are why we are all here today.
At first glance, it appeared Judge Michael Price was ready to disregard the plea agreement and give Preston Maher a punishment measured in months instead of just weeks.
Preston, that you're going to live with this for the rest of your life, that it will weigh on you always, and with due respect, as it should.
But then the judge explained he was operating under some very specific legal limitations.
This is a juvenile court plea and disposition, and this court cannot allow, nor does the law provide for, emotion and grief to cloud the court's responsibility pursuant to the law.
In the days just before this hearing, one of the victims' fathers told KXLY he thought the law was on his side, that anything less than a standard sentence would send other young drivers the wrong message.
I don't want the young man to go to jail forever. But I think a fair thing to do would have been to stay within the sentencing guidelines for this case.
But today the judge said, based on Maher's total lack of criminal history, that even a standard sentence would be too harsh and illegal, that the court didn't have the luxury of sending the public a message.
That would be inherently wrong for the court to do such a thing. The court's analysis must be confined to the juvenile that is presently before the court, and that is Mr. Maher.
I'm not upset because Preston was just found guilty. That was expected. That is fair. We have no problem with that.
Today, Maher's father apologized to the victims' families and then said that he was sorry that he didn't have a chance to do it sooner.
If we have ever appeared to be ungrateful or unremorseful or not sorry for what Preston has done, I apologize. That was not intention.
So Nadine, now Preston will spend the next 60 days locked here in the juvenile detention center. After that, he has to serve 300 hours of community service, and hopefully some of that time will involve talking to other teenage drivers about the real hazards of being reckless behind the wheel. Reporting at juvenile detention, Jeff Humphrey, KXLY4.